Hello, good morning, graduates. My name is Ms. Falcon. I'm the training director, and I just wanted to welcome you this morning to the graduation ceremony for Supervisor Corps Academy. I'd like to also welcome everybody who's participating and viewing us virtually. We're currently on Facebook, Instagram, and we are having a live recording as well. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we aren't able to have our traditional graduation, but this has kind of become our new norm here at the Peak Rivera Training Center, and we welcome all of those who are watching, friends, family, directors, management, and commissioners if we have any viewing us live. Thank you for participating in the training, and I'll now move it over to Michelle Kennedy for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Please stand. Face the flag. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Hello again. I just wanted to once again welcome everybody for joining in virtually, and I wanted to give the graduates a few remarks and say thank you for taking on the challenge and the commitment, and welcome to the team. For some of you, I think you've been supervising for a few months, and I think your Corps Academy might have been delayed due to COVID, but we've got you in, we got you scheduled, and just really want to thank you for making the commitment to becoming a supervisor, whether you're sworn or non-sworn. Taking on the challenge and the commitment, it may not always be an easy thing. Whether you're working in an institution and you're having a long day and incidents are arising, the commitment has to continue to be there with you, or whether you're in a field operation and having to deal with diverse situations and officer of the day type of situations and emergent situations, or if you're in a clerical capacity administratively, helping troubleshoot files and documents and minute orders. Either way, the task is always there and challenging at times, but it's important to always remember the commitment that you took upon, and the trainings from Ms. Wells and everything that has been instilled in the last 2 weeks and in your work assignments. So thank you very much for being part of our supervisor team in this county, and thank you for staying committed to the task that you've been asked, and we appreciate your service. And please remember to appreciate and guide people that you're leading with the same appreciation and dedication and service. So thank you very much. I'm going to introduce Ms. Wells, your training person who kept you on task for the last 2 weeks. Ms. Wells.
Good job. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As previously stated, my name is Kimberly Wells. I'm a supervising deputy probation officer for LA County Probation Department and the training manager for Supervisor Corps. My role here today is to tell all of you out in our virtual world what this training has encompassed over the last 3 weeks for the supervisors that are here to graduate. We started on September 28th. Everyone meeting each other pretty much for the first time, and we started a journey on several different levels. We have covered everything from adult juvenile and employee confidentiality, conflict management, effective communication, our HR overview, our HR units of return to work, FMLA, payroll, exams and recruitment, workplace safety, emergency preparedness. We've gone through discrimination complaint and the county policy of equity, management and leadership, and of course they've had a myriad of written and verbal skills and role playing and processes to help them along this journey and everything that was presented. I would first like to say thank you to all the instructors who participated with us virtually and in person to make sure that the supervisors received the training that was necessary, because without you, none of this is possible. In addition, I'd like to say thank you to my partners here at the training agency, because whether it was a kind word, it was, information needed, documents printed, whatever, everybody fits a puzzle piece. And again, I'm very appreciative, because again, without you, it does not happen. Before I turn over the mic to our speakers, I would like to say something to this class. As we've talked, and those of you out there, we have to know, we understand that this is a virtual world. We are in a training environment, but everything that was done and shared is to help prepare the supervisors for the what's next as they return to their work sites. And we know that all the information that they've received over the last 3 weeks is not going to stick with them right at the moment, but they have resources and information and a collection of persons that they can speak to when they feel like they need the assistance. To you, I want to say this. Motivating people is a custom process. While one team member may respond to is not what another may respond to. Leadership, this lesson is that recognize that your team is a collection of individuals who are all different. And your leadership style has to adapt to fit what can bring out the best in each of them to truly be fair. A good leader that practices what they preach always allows people to see the lessons in action instead of relying on just your words. Hold your team to a high standard. Don't let poor work slip by, but recognize that your team does need a break sometimes. Work is a marathon, not a sprint. And lastly, perhaps you may worry and think that you can't make a difference in the way that things are. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. You can make the biggest difference of all. Remember, sometimes we have to change ourselves, change our thought processes, change our views in order to bring about overall change. And when you do that, you do become a very powerful and important force, and namely, a good role model. To you, I say it has been an honor. It has been a privilege, and I do hope that this journey, we are here for you in whatever manner that you need. You know how to reach me, and you know how to reach out to each other. And again, I say to you, congratulations. At this time, I would like to bring up, we have 2 graduating class speakers. Our first speaker is Miss Alexa Cavello.
Good morning, everyone. As Ms. Wells said, my name is Alexa Calvello. I'm a supervising typist clerk, and I was given the privilege of being the non-sworn class speaker. So I'll be going ahead and speaking for our class. When I first walked into the supervising core classroom, I had no idea what to expect. I was so sure that my own experience was unique, that I wouldn't be able to relate to anyone. Even during our icebreakers, as people talked about their lives, all I could say was that I like to play video games. I was prepared to spend the next 3 weeks by myself and walked away unchanged. Imagine my surprise when I learned that all of us were united in one common struggle. Each one of us had been thrust into a position that, no matter what the job description said, we were woefully unprepared for. In the midst of a pandemic, combined with the unforgiving nature of our jobs, I think I can safely say for everyone that our own morale was depleted. And in the safe and nurturing environment that Ms. Wells created, we started to open up. I listened as others shared their own stories of struggle. And at some point, I opened up and allowed myself to be vulnerable with everyone else. Although I felt my own position, my own problems were minuscule compared to that of my classmates, at no point did anyone confirm my insecurities. Instead, I was met with the most supporting and loving group a supervising typist clerk could ask for. This speech is my love letter to the 2020-03 Supervising Core class. Thank you for finding me funny, for listening to everything I had to share, and for allowing me to be a small part of your county careers. I'll never forget our speed dating sessions and how they made me realize how out of shape I was. Or the moments we found Miss Wells hilarious yet oddly terrifying, like when she threw a perfectly good PB&J sandwich on the ground. And better yet, the absolute stress and horror of trying to come up with an elevator speech on the spot. These past 3 weeks will be a part of my own journey that I'll forever cherish. So to end my speech, I'd like to share with you a quote from my favorite video game character. It resonated with me, and I hope it will resonate with you as well. Some are born with talent, and some aren't. However, those with talent never make it through with talent alone. You have to overcome, find boundaries, and break them. The only way to grow is by overcoming challenges. If you always avoid things that are difficult, you'll never grow. And although the challenges will never stop, I have faith that you, the 2020-03 Supervising Core class, have the talent and ability to overcome any challenge you may face. Thank you, my wonderful class, and thank you, Ms. Wells, and thank you to everyone here and to everyone watching. And now I'd like to introduce the real class speaker, Ms. Angela Menard-Doyle.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Angela Menard-Doyle. I'm a supervising deputy probation officer. Our class motto was lead, teach, learn through diverse collaboration. This class motto we felt embodied the experiences that we've had during the past 3 weeks, but also the role that we play in this department as supervisors. We've come to know that all of us have a lot to contribute. We have a lot of gifts to give. We have strengths, and we are bringing those strengths and gifts to the units and the projects that we supervise. Our experience and our strengths give us a lot to combat the challenges that we are going to experience individually and as a department. We've also come to know that none of us are alone. None of us are doing this all on our own. We collaborate, we build, we encourage, and we influence our teams, and we do the work together. As supervisors, we are leaders. We motivate and we guide, we support and we empower our staff to perform their best and to achieve the vision and mission of the department. As supervisors, we teach. We teach our staff, we coach, we mentor, we counsel, and we develop the staff under our supervision. We are dedicated to this because we recognize that we're teaching future leaders. And as supervisors, we're going to continue to learn. We have learned so much in the past 3 weeks together. We're committed to continuing to develop ourselves and to evolve and progress in our careers. I'm going to speak on behalf of the whole graduating class to say to the probation department, we thank you for giving us this opportunity to lead. Thank you to the mentors and all of the supportive forces that we have in our lives that have assisted us to get to this position. And we want to say to Ms. Kimberly Wells, a huge thank you for your wisdom, for the knowledge that you've shared, for your support, and for all the teachings that you've given us this week. You lead by example, and you do it so very well. And to my peers, I want to say, you are dedicated, you are courageous, and you are inspiring. You are all examples of the type of leader that our department needs and that the world needs. And it has been my absolute honor to be a part of this graduating class. Thank you.
Thank you. So at this time, I would like to bring to the podium Mr. Tom Faust, our Deputy Director, Chief of Staff.
Temporarily take this off. Good morning, everybody. First, I have to say, what great comments by the class representatives, and it just speaks so well for just you as a class that in 3 weeks to really feel that hear those heartfelt comments from your class leaders. It just shows how you came together in that short time. So I really congratulate you all for that. And again, just great comments. Good morning to all of you, to our Supervisor Corps graduates, also to all our guests that may be out there virtually, family members. Their support is so important to each of you, I know, so we thank any family, friends that may be watching. I can tell you these graduates, without your support back home, really can't get through this, so we thank all of those who may be listening today. I also bring greetings and congratulations to each of you from Chief Ray Leyva. Chief Leyva is out of town currently and was unable to be here today, but I just want to relay that his congratulations, and he's very, very proud of your accomplishments. So a job well done from Chief Leyva. Your graduating class is only the second Supervisor Corps Academy actually during this COVID-19 pandemic. You've had to meet a lot of these challenges, including social distancing, safety measures, and family concerns back at home, I'm sure. But use this experience in which, despite the challenging times that you've had to go through, that you were still obviously able to develop effective teamwork and collaboration together as a class. So you overcame all of those difficulties and the social distancing, all of that. Take this experience when you go to your assignments as supervisors to lead your personnel not only through today's challenges with the pandemic, but once this is beyond us, other challenges that may arise, and use what you learned today to overcome those challenges and apply them as they may arise in the future. I saw your class motto and what was just spoken about. I hope lead, teach, learn through diverse collaboration. I hope, though, as was said earlier, that you'll apply it to how you work with others. You chose a great class motto. Now you should remember it as a supervisor, not just something that you stuck on the program or said, this is great for 3 weeks, but really something to live by as you progress as a supervisor. Lead. Leadership is not about power. Leadership is about vision, responsibility, and collaboration for an inclusive environment in where you're working. Teach. The best leaders really care about their people. Be a people builder. Invest time into the development of your team. You're going to be very busy. We're all very busy, but make sure you invest that time in the people that are working under you. It'll pay great dividends for you and make for a strong team. Learn. Continue to grow. Continue to invest in yourself, your training, your education. Your professional development shouldn't stop here today because you're graduating. It's really only the beginning of yet another step in your professional career. You need to personally invest in your own career development as a supervisor and beyond. We as a department will give as much as we can in terms of resources and support to continue to invest in you as supervisors and as you may move forward. But I can tell you from personal experience that you have to continue to invest in yourself and your own personal development. You know, there's all kinds of, whether it's continuing to learn more about leadership, continuing to take courses on your own. Make sure that you invest in your own abilities and your own leadership and your own professional development. And as you do that, this department will continue to help you and continue to support you in your rise. I love a quote from the all-time great hockey player, for those of you who may be sports enthusiasts, Wayne Gretzky. He said, "The day I stop learning is the day I stop growing. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." So make sure you take the shots. You took a shot by being here today. You took a shot by being a part of this supervisor course for the last 3 weeks. Each of you took a shot, again, by being in the Supervisor Corps Academy. Each of you took a shot by wanting to step up and better yourself professionally. So keep on doing that. Take shots. You miss 100% of those you don't want to take or you won't take. Lastly, in your motto, diverse collaboration. Always learn from others and be open to listen to diverse ideas. Through a collaborative, inclusive example, you will develop an effective, high-performing team. The strength of each member, the strength of the team is each individual member. So if you're going to build a strong team, you have to build on the strength of each individual member. So that's where you need to come in and be a mentor and help those people in your team develop. And the strength of each member is in the team. Remember what you wanted in a supervisor when you were on the line or when you were first starting. Always remember that. Remember where you came from, so to speak. Remember what you wanted. Who were those supervisors that when you look back say, hey, that person really said something extra to me or took a little extra time or took me under my wing? And be sure that you remember that. What did you want in a supervisor when you were on the line? Respect each individual on your team and mentor and lead by example. And then they will make your team stronger. Become the kind of supervisor that others would follow voluntarily, even if you didn't have that title, have this title or that position. You want people to follow you because of who you are and follow you because of your leadership, not because you have a supervisor title in front of your name. That's important to remember. Again, congratulations to each of you in class 2020-03. Thank you again for all your commitment. And thank you again to family members and friends who may be looking in or listening in. Again, your support and understanding is much appreciated. Thank you.
At this time, we are going to present the certificates of completion to our graduates. So, Karen Archibald.
One more. Good.
Alexa Cavello.
Cabello?
It should be. Sean Schutz. Paul Escamilla. Tommy L. Jackson, Jr.
Got the junior in, huh?
Okay. Now you guys can have a seat. You guys can have a seat. Okay. Angela Menard Doyle. Elizabeth Munoz Rezola. Terrell Pearson. Michael Semaine. Tiara Summers. That's it. Okay. So this basically concludes our graduation ceremony for the supervisors of class 2020-03. Again, thank you everyone for joining us in the virtual world. Thank you for those present here today to help us to get our graduation ceremony out to everyone. At this time, we're going to conclude the ceremony, and the group will come outside. We'll take a group picture and continue from there. Thank you again.